Oh, my sweet suffering soul, let me tell you the tragic ballad of Framingham State University, where dreams go to die and wallets go to cry. Picture this, a place so cursed, even the ghosts of academia would flee in terror. I arrived, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, clutching my dreams like fragile glass butterflies. But oh, how swiftly they shattered. The financial aid office, a labyrinth of despair. I submitted my FAFSA with the precision of a heart surgeon, only to be told, "Oh, darling, we need more paperwork." More. I sent them documents signed in blood, sealed with tears, and still, they stared blankly like confused pigeons. Do you know what it is like to beg for help and be met with silence thicker than a medieval dungeon wall? It is like screaming into a void that responds with a billing statement. And the food, oh, the food. Imagine the saddest cafeteria in existence, where mystery meat lounges in lukewarm gravy like a depressed aristocrat. The vegetables, limp, lifeless, as if they had given up long before reaching my plate. The scent alone could wilt flowers. I watched a fellow student poke at a so-called grilled cheese that did not grill nor cheese, but simply existed as a monument to culinary disappointment. This, my friends, is how they break your spiritone tasteless meal at a time. The dorms, a masterpiece of neglect. Paint peeling like sunburnt skin, carpets that have seen more stains than a crime scene, and a heating system that either roasted us alive or left us shivering like abandoned Dickensian orphans. I submitted a maintenance request for a broken window. Weeks passed. The wind howled through the cracks like a scorned lover, and still, no one came. This is not student housing. This is a test of human endurance. But let us speak of the Ramtram, the shuttle bus of broken promises. It arrives every 30 minutes, which is just enough time to question all your life choices. The drivers. Some were pleasant, but others glared at us like we were trespassing in their personal nightmare. And the bus itself. Cramped, overcrowded, smelling faintly of despair and old backpacks. This is how they transport their students like sardines in a can of regret. And do not even get me started on the racial issues. The school whispers of diversity, but delivers indifference. Students of color speak of being unheard, unseen, like ghosts in their own education. The administration, silent, complicit. It is not just neglect, it is betrayal. Then there was the time they threw my Canadian friend onto the streets at midnight because her passport lacked a stamp that airports no longer give. They threatened her with campus police, as if she were a criminal instead of a guest. No help, no empathy, just cold bureaucracy and a slammed door. This is how they treat visitors like nuisances to be discarded. And the classes? Oh, the classes. Professors who seemed to forget we were human, delivering lectures to the void while we drowned in debt. The career services? A joke without a punchline. They offered nothing, no internships, no guidance, just a shrug and a bill. But the crowning jewel? The corruption. Students trapped for 5 years, degrees dangled just out of reach like carrots on a stick. And the billing? A nightmare of shifting fees, phantom debts, and tax refunds snatched away. They tell you, you owe nothing, then steal your money with a smile. This is not education, this is a scam wrapped in a diploma. So here I am, a survivor of the Framingham State University disaster, writing this warning in blood and ink. Do not go here. Do not give them your money. Do not let them break you like they broke me. And to those still suffering there, I see you. I hear you. You deserve so much better. Now, tell me in the comments if you experienced this academic horror show, or will you heed my warning and flee while you still can?
Here is the businesses near Framingham State University are like a box of chocolates. You never know what kind of disappointment y'all get. But don't worry, I am here to give you a heads up on what to expect. First off, let's talk about Natick Mall. It's like that one friend who always promises to show up on time but consistently leaves you waiting. Poor management, dirty food courts, and a general sense of disorganization seem to be the norm here. And don't even get me started on the parking. It's like they want you to give up and go home. But hey, at least the staff at Samba Steak Sushi are friendly, right? Wrong. Overpriced, undercooked food and a side of hair. Yes, you read that right, hair in your meal. It's like they're trying to give you a bad experience. And the gift cards, forget about it. They're as useful as a chocolate teapot. Now, I know what you're thinking, what about the Capitol Grill? Well, let me tell you, it's like they're trying to win an award for most mice in a restaurant. Not exactly the kind of atmosphere you want when you're trying to enjoy a nice steak. And don't even get me started on the service, it's like they're allergic to apologizing. And finally, we have Jack's Abbey Craft Loggers. It's like they're trying to be the cool kid on the block, but really, they're just a bunch of kids playing with beer. Overpriced, poor service, and a general sense of disinterest. It's like they're trying to make you feel unwelcome. So what's the takeaway? Businesses near Framingham State University are like a bad joke. They promise the world, but deliver nothing but disappointment. But hey, at least the beer is decent, right? In all seriousness, folks, be careful when venturing into this area. It's like navigating a minefield of bad service and overpriced food. But with a little bit of knowledge and a whole lot of patience, you might just make it out unscathed.
It's kind of weird, looking into these scams around Framingham State University. It's like the area should be full of, I don't know, academic vibes and students rushing to class. But instead, there's all this sneaky stuff going on. So there was this huge scam, like over $1 million huge, where these 5 ladies were buying stuff online and then, get this, they tricked the system into giving them 2 refunds, one online, and then another when they returned the items to the store in person. It's like, how did they even think of that? I guess they just kept the goods and the cash. The stores had to seize their assets, luxury cars, jewelry, all that flashy stuff. It's just sad because now, when tourists go shopping, they might get treated like criminals just because they want to return a sweater. They probably feel so violated. And then super close to Framingham State University, there's this thing with counterfeit goods. Imagine you buying a souvenir, something to remember your trip by, and it turns out to be fake. That's just wrong. It's like you paying full price for someone's lie. The person who fell for it must have felt so dumb, and the shopper after them probably did too when they found out the same thing. I bet the store got a bad rep real quick. Oh, and there's this other thing where stores got stuck with fake money. Can you imagine? You hand over your hard-earned cash for a coffee or something, and then you get fake bills as change. You'd be walking around with Monopoly money and not even know it. The store that got scammed must have been so embarrassed, and they probably started checking every bill with a magnifying glass after that. Then there's these suspicious purchases. I can't help but wonder if they were using stolen credit cards, the poor business owner having to deal with all that uncertainty. And the tourists, they just want to buy a nice gift, and they end up getting dragged into some fraud investigation. It's just not fair. It's like the area around Framingham State University is full of these little traps waiting for unsuspecting tourists. And it's not just about the money, it's about the trust, the feeling of safety when you race somewhere new. It's like these scammers are stealing that away, and for what? A quick buck. It's just so short-sighted and selfish. I can even joke about it. It's like we living in a world where you have to be on guard all the time, even when you just trying to enjoy a vacation. And the worst part is these scammers, they probably thought they were so clever, but in the end, they just hurt people and made the world a little darker. It's just so sad. I just wish people would care more about each other, be more honest. It's like, we all just trying to get by, and these scams, they just make everything harder for everyone. It's like we've lost something precious, and I don't know if we can get it back. But we should try, right? We should at least try to be better, to not ruin someone's day with a scam. Because in the end, what do these scammers really gain? A few dollars and a